Do you ever feel like you are not in the right place on the court at the right time? Like you're always a step behind? And maybe you're thinking it's your reactions, that you're just not quick enough anymore. That's likely not the problem. I showed players a real court positioning problem and asked them to answer the question, what do they think would happen next? 64% got the answer wrong. Today, I'm going to show you how to recognize some of the clues that you're seeing out on the court and how they can help to anticipate the next shot. Hi, my name is CJ Johnson, and I've been teaching pickleball since before it was cool. And for this lesson, we're going to go head on into the board, and I'm going to show you how to read the clues that are happening on the court, and in this case, get the jump on a better third shot drop. All right, here's the scenario. You are on the serve team, your partner is serving. Your partner has a consistently deep serve, meaning it lands 4 feet or closer to the baseline on the majority of her serves. Before she serves, you look across and you see the return team in these positions. What does their position for the serve tell you about what you may likely get for a third shot? Let's dive in and take a closer look. Our first layer is going to be with the returners themselves. Let's take a look at the return position. And what you're going to notice here is this returner is standing very close to the baseline. So if your partner hits her normal serve, which again is going to land about 4 feet or so, maybe even closer to the baseline, this returner is going to need to back up and move in that direction to be able to hit the shot. That's going to cause negative energy. So their body is moving backward, but at the same point in time, they are trying to hit that ball forward. So the negative energy in the shot is likely going to make that return short. So that's point number 1. Second thing is this. On a short return, this player is going to have difficulty getting all the way up to the non-volley zone. So because of their position, the likelihood of the short return, I'm going to make the assumption on the serve team that we have a good chance of catching this player somewhere, probably somewhere in this area here for their 4th shot, which means it's an extremely difficult 4th shot for them. Are you planning to attend a pickleball camp this year? If you are, grab our free guide, The 3 Biggest Mistakes Pickleball Players Make When Choosing a Pickleball Camp, and more importantly, how to avoid them. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the returner's partner, the non-returner, and what we notice about their position. So the very first thing that I notice about their position is they are several steps away from the center line. In addition, he's a step or so off the non-volley zone line. So I've already made that determination that the returner, based on this return position, will likely have a difficult time getting to the non-volley zone by the time the 4th shot is hit. I'm now adding another layer onto that and saying, what about their partner? Is their partner going to be able to help them? Is their partner going to be able to cover for them? Now, not without a lot of movement. That partner is fairly left of the center line and away from the non-volley zone line. In order for them to get into a good position to cover in the event of a short return, they're going to have to take several steps to the side as well as a step forward up to the non-volley zone line. So when I read 2 positions, right, when I read the first layer and then look at the second layer, as the person on the serve team, I am assuming that the likelihood is I am going to get a short return of serve, and that the non-returner is not going to really be in a position to be able to cover for their partner. So I'm going to begin anticipating that once I see the serve. If my partner's serve lands deep, I'm likely taking maybe one step forward in the court, or my momentum is starting to carry me into the court so that when I do get a short return of serve, I'm ready to capitalize on that short return quickly. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what this looks like in real life. All right, let's take a look at this in slow motion. So our server's ready to serve here. I'm going to give you a little bonus tip here. We're going to watch this serve. I want you to see where this ball, right about there, that's where this ball crosses the net. Look at the height over the net. You'll notice she's got probably about 3 feet or so above the net. If you're having difficulty getting your serves or your returns deep in the court, again, deep 4 feet from the baseline, raise the trajectory over the net and see what happens. All right, so she's here. Here comes the ball. Look at where this ball lands. So this ball is landing 4 feet, maybe even closer to the baseline. And what you're going to notice right now about this returner is this returner's energy is going backwards. She's having to move in the opposite direction of where she wants to send the ball. So she has negative energy. Anytime you see negative energy, that's a great indication that you're often going to get a shorter shot. So let's continue to look at this serve, this return. Not only is she getting negative energy, but look at how jammed up she is and how open that paddle face is. Now let's look at who has recognized what's happening on this court. Her partner hasn't moved. Her one opponent hasn't moved. But look at the server. She's already taking a step into the court. She is anticipating that this is going to be a short return that she can take advantage of. So let's go ahead and continue this through and let's see what happens to that ball. So here we go. The ball's now on the other side of the net. There we go. That is the ball bouncing. So what you're noticing here, there's the ball bouncing. Look at the position of our server. She is 2-3 feet into the court, ready to take advantage of this. And importantly here, look at the position of our returner. She's going to be forced to hit a fourth shot from well off the non-volley zone. And even if she makes a really good fourth shot from off the non-volley zone, chances are her team is out of position. So just by recognizing that court positioning and then realizing when she hit that serve deep that she should take a step in to the court, this server has put herself into a position where she's anticipating the next shot based on what she saw, and she's ready to take advantage of her opponents.